I know that Alton came from very humble beginnings, and so really he is a self-made person, and to say that he has made himself into a wonderful individual is an understatement. As I said earlier, I can think of no greater individual from both the professional and personal standpoint that I would like to be associated with than I have with Alton.
He did well everywhere he went, and his primary reason for being there was to help the kids, and he's done that over his whole life. He didn't leave that money for any reason but to help somebody that needed it more than he did. That's the only reason. He could have stayed at Shell. I knew that was him. He's not interested in the money. He had enough to live on. He wanted to help somebody that needed help. That was his primary motive.
He's a role model in different ways, and I think number one, he's one of the most decent, honest human beings I've ever met. He really is. I've never seen him when he wasn't courteous, professional. I think that's really important that people in leadership roles and people that are working with other students, I think that's really important to show people that you can be nice, you're smart, and you can get a lot of things done that way. And I think that he's such an example. I think it's the way he goes about his business, because every place I ever went with him, people came up to him. As a matter of fact, I had trouble working my way through the crowd with him because he knew so many people and it influenced so many people on the way. So what happens when you're in a leadership role like that? You influence a whole generation of students and really employees like me, who in turn hire and deal with people the way they treat people, so it just perpetuates itself.
Congratulations, Dr. Alton Smith. You're definitely worthy of this honor. Thank you for your many years of service in Alton ISD as a Board of Trustee. You served from 2005 to 2014. I am still hearing stories about you as an Alton ISD board member. And thank you for continuing to support Alton.
So Dr. Smith, over the years, I've been so impressed with how you approach your work as an educator. When I think about Alton Smith, I think about someone who cares for others. Think about someone who always puts others first. You are an incredible listener. You value feedback and input from others, and that helps you really to develop a positive rapport and gain the trust of the constituents, of the people, those in your circle of influence. And it's been amazing for me to see how no matter what environment you're in, whether you're a principal, which you've had a very successful track record there, or whether it's serving on a board in a school district or a community college system, or just navigating political waters, no matter what environment you have been in, the one constant has been your ability to get things done through others. And that speaks to the character and the person that Dr. Alton Smith is. So I want to acknowledge that and congratulate you again on making a difference with the people that you meet.
Alton, congratulations for receiving this most prestigious and wonderful award. Thank you for your friendship, and I'll look forward to our good times together as we journey on.
Smitty, I've been trying to get you this recognition from where I sit for a long, long time. Partner, I think you deserve to be there. And I'm glad that I'm getting the opportunity to say that for you. Good Lord has blessed you, and you can take advantage of it and trying to help some people that haven't had the opportunities that you have. So, big guy, keep doing it. We'll see you hopefully in this program where this video is played. Love you, partner. Take care, and I'm still going to get you into LSU Stadium.
Well, Alton, I do want to congratulate you. I don't think there's anybody that I know that's more deserving of this award than you. So I consider you a very close friend and a colleague, and I'm looking forward to us working together in the future. So congratulations again, well deserved.
My parents were basically uneducated. They went through the third grade. But one of the things they required of all 8 of us, that we become serious students. And you were given punishment if you weren't a serious student. So I learned early on that education was very important, to my parents. And so I always wanted to satisfy my parents. And I know, too, that education was a way to get out of the backwoods of Louisiana and make a contribution to society, and also to be an example to other folks. I was in school, and high school at least, from 53 until 64, and the world was totally different in Louisiana back in those days. So in order to achieve something, you had to have some kind of credentials, and I was set on getting whatever credentials were necessary to make a contribution. I retired from Shell Oil Company in 1998, and I was 52 years old. And I retired with the sole purpose of becoming an educator. And people thought that I was stupid, doing that. The only thing that I wanted to do, though, was to be a teacher. So, especially of low-income people. And I had no idea that I would rise beyond a teacher. I had been a manager and a director and all this stuff at Shell Oil, so I didn't have any craving for the top level jobs. But I taught for a year and a half in Klein, and I became an assistant principal and then a principal and etc. And so the proudest moment was one of my students later on was able to be the first in her family to go off to college. And she called me one night, and I had forgotten who she was, and she wanted me to know that she had become a principal in Pasadena ISD, and she wanted to thank me for motivating her to do things to the best of her ability. And so now we talk all the time on what she's doing and what contributions she's making to society out there in Pasadena, Texas. Always be positive. Think positive. Even though you may have doubts, make yourself believe that you're going to finish the race. Any race you start, you're going to finish. And if you come up short, that you still stayed in the race and you crossed the finish line. Don't give up. Work hard. Stay focused. And I coined a term. It's called MTM. Maintain the momentum. Always keep the momentum going, despite anything else that may interfere with that momentum.